All right, folks, today we're diving into a topic that's both infuriating and absurd. The Liberal government's ability to gaslight Canadians while at the same time lighting the planet on fire with their policies.
Tell your men they work for me now.
We're talking about record deficits, scheduled increases to carbon taxes, and the cherry on top of this mess? Canada ranks 62nd globally in lowering carbon emissions. That's right, 62nd. We're barely beating countries that still think coal is a vitamin. First, let's talk money. Canada is running a $40+ billion deficit while sitting on a $1.2 trillion national debt. That's 1.2 trillion with a T. Enough zeros to make Elon Musk jealous. And how is our government responding to this fiscal cliff? By treating it like a minor speed bump. Instead of tightening their belts, they're handing out $250 rebate checks and planning photo ops like they're Oprah. You get a rebate. You get a rebate. Everybody gets a rebate. This deficit isn't just a number, it's a threat to every Canadian's future. Higher interest payments on the national debt means less money for healthcare, infrastructure, or actual climate solutions. Let's move on to the Liberals' best gift to us, carbon taxes. You'd think these scheduled periodic increases to carbon taxes, we'd be leading the charge on emissions reductions in the world. Nope. Canada is sitting at 62nd globally, a gold medal in mediocrity. We're the climate equivalent of signing up for a marathon, showing up in flip-flops, and still expecting a trophy. Meanwhile, Canadians are paying through the nose for gas, home heating, and groceries, all under the guise of saving the planet. But here's the truth. Higher carbon taxes don't magically build wind farms or plant trees. They're just squeezing middle-class families who can barely afford to drive their kids to hockey practice. And where's the money going? Certainly not towards meaningful, scalable climate solutions. Raising carbon taxes without improving emissions is like charging admission to a theme park with no rides. Sure, they'll take your money, but all you're getting is a sad walk around a concrete jungle. Let's talk about the 62nd place ranking. We're trailing behind countries like Romania and Indonesia in lowering emissions. Romania, folks, where Dracula is probably using solar panels at this point.
Do you believe in destiny?
And why are we failing? Because we're not actually tackling the root causes of emissions. We're approving new phantom projects, allowing inefficient industries to operate unchecked, and relying on virtue signaling policies like banning plastic straws. Newsflash, saving the planet isn't about sipping your iced latte through a paper straw that disintegrates halfway through your drink. It's about building scalable, clean energy solutions and reducing industrial pollution. Banning plastic straws while tens of thousands of Amazon trucks flood our roads is like going vegan but still eating bacon on weekends. It's performative nonsense, and everyone can see through it. While the government pats itself on the back for raising carbon taxes, let's talk about what this means for you. Gas prices are sky high, groceries are up, and heating your home is a luxury. Meanwhile, the people pushing these policies are flying around in private jets to international climate conferences where they eat shrimp cocktail and lecture us about sustainability. The carbon tax isn't incentivizing change, it's punishing Canadians for simply existing. If you live in rural Canada, where public transit is non-existent, guess what? You're stuck paying these taxes with no alternatives. It's not a climate plan. It's a cash grab disguised as morality. It's like telling a starving person to eat cake, but instead of cake, you hand them a bill for the sugar tax. So what should we be doing instead? How about using those carbon tax revenues for actual climate solutions? Invest in renewable energy infrastructure, subsidize electric vehicles, and improve public transit. Or here's a wild idea. How about helping Canadian industries innovate so they could compete in the global green economy? But no, we're instead stuck with a government that's more focused on looking green than actually being green. It's the Instagram filter of climate policies. All optics, no substance. Canada's climate policy is like a donut shop that markets itself as a salad bar. Sure, they'll throw some kale on top of your cruller, but at the end of the day, you're still eating junk. I'll close with gaslighting 101. The Liberal government's message is clear. Pay your carbon tax and don't complain about the deficit, and trust them to handle it. But here's the problem. Their actions don't match their words. They're squeezing Canadians dry while failing to deliver meaningful results on emissions or fiscal responsibility. It's gaslighting, plain and simple. They're telling us we're saving the planet while we slip further down the rankings. They're saying the deficit doesn't matter while borrowing like there's no tomorrow. And they're acting like $250 rebate will make up for skyrocketing costs. Canada, it's time to call this what it is. It's a con job. We need real leadership. Leaders who prioritize solutions over sound bites. Because at this rate, the only thing Canada's going to be number one in is political hypocrisy. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't let bad policy mess with your finances or your intelligence.